Good morning.
ප්‍රියන්ත මහත්තයා ඉන්නවද?
බැංකු ගිහින් මැඩම්.
සම්පත් ඔන්ලයින් බැංකින් පහසුයි ලේසි කාලය ඉතුරුයි. සම්පත් බැංකුව හෙට දින එළිය කරයි.
A school's rugby match ends in a fight. This footage bears testament to the fact that the culture in the sporting arena is also looking similar to the political culture.
We have more footage on Sports First later on in the news. Before that, we take a look at tonight's headlines.
Submission of nominations concludes. 6,151 candidates to contest the general election.
මේ රට දිනවල මේ රට බේරගන්න ඉදිරිපත් වෙන්න කියලා ආයාචනා කරනවා.
අපි ශක්තිමත් කණ්ඩායම් 22ක් ඉදිරිපත් කළා තිනවා.
සාමකාමීව ඔබගේ පක්ෂය ජයග්‍රහණය කිරීම සඳහා මැදිහත් වෙන්න.
බුද්ධිය පාවිච්චි කරන්න අර බොරු සිනාවලට බොරු කතාවලට රැවටෙන්න එපා.
Mahinda Rajapaksa to contest from Kurunegala. Ranil Wickremesinghe and Anura Kumara Dissanayake from Colombo. Duminda, Mervin, Sajin and Sarana out of the nominations list. Certain candidates hold vehicular parades after submitting nominations.
The deadline for the submission of nominations for the August 17th general election expired at noon today. 21 accepted political parties and 201 independent groups have submitted their nominations of candidates for the 225 seats in Parliament.
6,151 candidates will be contesting the election from the 22 electoral districts. It is notable that the leaders of 3 major political parties will all be contesting from the Colombo district. They are UNP leader Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, JVP leader Anura Kumara Dissanayake and Democratic Party leader Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca. Since Mahinda Rajapaksa will also be contesting the election, it will go down in history as the first election where a former president will contest for a seat in Parliament. While nominations were accepted between 8:30 a.m. and noon today, a period of 1 hour was allocated for objections to be filed. As per the nominations list submitted by the United National Front for the Colombo district, Deputy Ministers Dr. Harsha De Silva and Eran Wickremaratne, who were appointed to Parliament from the national list in 2010, will be contesting the election this time around. A group of provincial councillors including S.M. Marika, Hirunika Premachandra and Patli Champika Ranawaka will also be contesting from the Colombo district.
මේ රටේ ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදය නැවත ස්ථාපිත කරන්න උවමනයි කියලා
I appeal to all patriotic people who believe in the necessity of good governance and the re-establishment of the democracy to join with us and the elephant symbol and come forward, rescue the country and make it victorious.
මේ රට දිනවල මේ රට බේරගන්න ඉදිරිපත් වෙන්න කියලා ආයාචනා කරනවා.
කොළඹ දිස්ත්‍රික්කයෙන් ආසන 13.
It is clear that we will emerge victorious with 13 seats from the Colombo district with 13 MPs. The opposing political parties of corrupt people, fraudsters, drug peddlers and ethanol smugglers who are used to the bribery commission on their lists. I call on the people to defeat them.
Kanti Kodikara and Dhanasiri Amaratunga have been included in the United People's Freedom Alliance nominations list for the Colombo district. Malsha Kumaratunga will contest this election in place of her father Jeevan Kumaratunga. While H.M. Fauci has been included in the national list, Jayantha Katagoda will be contesting from the UPFA.
ඒ වගේම නාම යෝජනා මණ්ඩලයේ තීරණයක්.
The nominations board has not given nominations to 4 former MPs. That was a decision of the nominations board. Mervin Silva and Sarana Gunawardena from the Gampaha district, Duminda Silva from the Colombo district and Sajin Divas from the Gaul district. We have put forward 22 strong groups.
අපි ශක්තිමත් කණ්ඩායම් 22ක් ඉදිරිපත් කළා තිනවා.
The JVP will contest in the Colombo district under the leadership of party leader Anura Kumara Dissanayake. The JVP has put forward a list including KD Lalkantha and Lakshman Nipunarachi for the Colombo district.
මේ රටේ ජනතාවගෙන් ඉල්ලා හිටිනවා
I call on the people of this country not to cause trouble or clashes for the want of their various political movements. Work towards the victory of your party peacefully.
සාමකාමීව ඔබගේ පක්ෂය ජයග්‍රහණය කිරීම සඳහා මැදිහත් වෙන්න කියලා ආරාධනයක් අපි මේ රටේ ජනතාවගෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටිනවා.
Western Provincial Councillor Susil Kindelpitia will be contesting the general elections from the Tamil United Liberation Front. He submitted his nomination today together with TULF General Secretary V. Ananda Sangari.
We are against fraud and corruption, and we are also against communalism and other such epidemics. Thereby, I decided that it was necessary to introduce a new political culture for the country. Therefore, I have joined with the TULF. I have reached an agreement with Mr. Ananda Sangari for good governance, and thereby we have decided to work together.
We are happy that we have an opportunity to work together with the organization for good governance. As far as the TULF is concerned, we were deprived of our democratic right by some other political parties that had some links with some other organizations. So this time we are free to campaign for a united Sri Lanka.
The Janaseta Peramuna or People's Welfare Front also submitted its nominations for the Colombo district today. SLFP General Secretary Anura Priyadarshana submitted the UPFA list for the Kurunegala district, through which former President Mahinda Rajapaksa is hoping to enter parliament. While all former UPFA parliamentarians from the district have received nominations, provincial councillors Dayasri Jayasekara and Atula Vijay Singha will also contest from the Kurunegala district.
We accepted everyone's nominations. 3 objections were presented against our nominations list and all 3 were rejected.
Minister Akila Viraj Karyavasam submitted the UNF nominations list for the Kurunegala district. Former UPFA member SP Navinna will contest the election from the UNF this time around. Journalist Kumaradasa Giribava has also been included on the UNF list.
I am well aware that parachutists will not be accepted in the Kurunegala district. At the same time, I must say that this is a contest between a pure alliance and an impure alliance.
The nomination lists of 2 accepted political parties for the Jaffna district have been rejected. The nomination lists of Aikya Makkal Katchi and the Emadu Ilangai Suhandina Munnani have been rejected. The nominations lists of 6 independent groups were also rejected. The nomination lists of 15 accepted political parties and 6 independent groups were accepted. The UPFA nominations list was submitted by A. Ramanathan. The UNP's nomination list was submitted by Vijay Kala Maheshwaran on Friday. The TULF and the JVP are also among the accepted political parties that submitted nominations from the Jaffna district. 13 accepted political parties and 16 independent groups have submitted nominations for the Gampaha district. While Minister Felix Pereira is leading the UPFA group, Basil Rajapaksa, Mervyn Silva and Sarana Gunawardena, who contested at the previous election, have not been included. However, Sarana Gunawardana's wife Lakshmanti Gunawardena is contesting the election on the UPFA list. It is also notable that brothers Prasanna Ranatunga and Ruwan Ranatunga have been included on the UPFA list for Gampaha.
My personal view is that we must appoint a Prime Minister and a Cabinet of our own and defeat the UNP, which intentionally defeated the 20th Amendment.
Arjuna Ranatunga will be contesting the election from the Gampaha district on the UNF list. He accompanied Group Leader John Amaratunga today to submit the front's nominations list.
There are no corrupt persons on this list. There are no thieves, drug peddlers or ethanol smugglers. It is a pure list. That is the value of this list. Good governance is our theme. The people of this country have great faith in the UNP and the SLFP group that is with us. They believe that we are conducting clean politics. Therefore, on the 17th, we will certainly emerge victorious.
Young provincial councillors Harshana Raja Karuna and Kavinda Jayawardena have received nominations to contest from the Gampaha district. The JVP will contest in the Gampaha district under the leadership of former MP Vijita Herath. Anuma Fonseca of the Democratic Party has also selected the Gampaha district for her maiden election campaign. 11 accepted political parties and 10 independent groups have submitted nominations for the Anuradhapura district. Minister Duminda Disanayaka will function as the UPFA group leader.
The Anuradhapura district is prepared to grant a major victory for the UPFA this time around. We have put forward 12 strong candidates.
The UNF also submitted its nominations today under the leadership of Deputy Minister Chandrani Bandara.
All the party leaders and parties who came together to ensure victory on the 8th of January have joined the UNP in this fight.
The JVP's nominations list was submitted by Group Leader Vasantha Samarasinghe today.
The lists of President Maithripala Sirisena and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, who said nominations would not be given to thieves, drug peddlers and ethanol smugglers, are full of such people.
UPFA seniors in the Kalutara district, Minister Reginald Kure and former Minister Nirmala Kuthalawala have announced their retirement from politics. However, Reginald Kure has been included in the national list. Kumara Welgama will function as the UPFA group leader for the Kalutara district.
I have a very strong group. There are women too. There are many women candidates. We have fulfilled that responsibility too.
While Minister Rajitha Senaratne has been included on the UNF list this time around, Deputy Minister Ajit P. Pereira will function as group leader. Ishanta Sriwarnasinghe of the JHU and Nandana Gunathilaka from the United National Party have also been included on the list. A group led by Venerable Galagodatte Nyanasara Thera will contest from the Kalutara district on the Bodu Jana Perumuna ticket. 14 accepted political parties and 3 independent groups have submitted nominations for the Galle district. The UPFA group led by Minister Piyasena Gamage also includes Geeta Kumara Singha, Metsiri De Silva and Venerable Baddegama Samitha Thera. The UNF will be led by Vajirabe Wardana. A group including former MP Ajit Kumara submitted nominations for the Galle district from the Frontline Socialist Party. 12 accepted political parties and 6 independent groups have submitted nominations for the Hambantota district, which was part of the core of the political discourse in the recent past. UNP Deputy Leader Minister Sajith Premadasa will lead the United National Front in the district.
We will implement a strong and democratic election campaign towards victory with the aim of creating a strong livelihood, provide the benefits of development, an era where everything is divided amongst everyone and an era free of poverty for the over 650,000 people in the Hambantota district.
UPFA Provincial Minister Sujith Muthukumarana will contest from the UNF for the general election. Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa will function as the UPFA group leader. Nama Rajapaksa and Nirupama Rajapaksa will also contest from the Hambantota district on the UPFA ticket.
Only 7 of the 10 candidates can emerge victorious. Our effort is to ensure that we get at least 6.
Chanaka Dinushan, the son of Southern Provincial Minister D.V. Uppul, who was at the centre of controversy in the recent past, and Mayor of Hambantota Eraj Ravinda Fernando have also received nominations on the UPFA ticket. A group including former MP Nihal Galapatti submitted nominations from the JVP. The United National Front nomination list for the Matara district was submitted this morning. Former MP Buddhika Patirana departed his residence for the submission of nominations today following religious observances.
There was a revolution in this country on the 8th of January and we are getting ready to provide the benefits won through that revolution to the people on the 17th of August. Victory is certain and we will turn it into an exceptional victory and create a people's government. So we urge everyone to join us on this victorious journey.
A group including Minister Lakshman Yapabe Wardana were welcomed by their supporters as they arrived to submit the UPFA nominations list for the district. The JVP's nominations list was submitted by Matara district group leader Sunil Handunetti.
We as the JVP are fielding a very strong group to contest from the Matara district for this election.
Meanwhile, objections were filed against UPFA nominees including group leader Dalasalaha Peruma and Manoj Sirisena citing their dual citizenship. The returning officer announced later, however, that the list would be accepted since this is a matter that should be resolved in court. 14 accepted political parties, including the Citizens Front, have submitted nominations for the Nuwara district. 9 independent groups will also contest the election from the district. The UNF nominations list for the district was submitted by Group Leader Minister Navin Disanayaka today.
We are hoping to contest as one united group. We have great faith in our group. We are certain of victory and will work towards winning 5 seats at the very least.
The UPFA nominations list was submitted by C.B. Ratnayaka. Narada Disanayaka, the son of S.B. Disanayaka, has been included on the UPFA list for the Nuwara Eliya district.
We are prepared to go on this journey together in peace as a collective. We want a country where the development of the people is given prominence.
The General Secretary of the Citizens Front, former MP Jayasri Ranga, submitted the nominations list, the likes of which has not been seen before in the nation's history. What is notable about the Citizens Front list is that it is comprised entirely of women candidates.
The
women here are educated. They have studied for the O-levels and passed 7 subjects. And then they have to go to the estates and bear children. If there was a person like Sri Ranga 10 years ago, our status would have been different.
Although
numerous MPs have come before us, Ranga is the first person to try to ensure that we are able to represent ourselves in Parliament. Our goal is to enter Parliament and help our people. Our people must join us in this effort. In the past, we have supported and assisted several politicians and have brought them to a certain status. But our status is the same as before. When canvassing for votes, they come before us and bow. But after getting the vote, they turn their backs and we have to go begging after them. It is only Ranga that has shown our women a path to Parliament to remove themselves from this state.
10 accepted political parties and 7 independent groups are contesting in the election from the Badula district. The nominations of the Janaseta Peramuna and an independent group were rejected. The name of Dilan Pereira has not been included on the UPFA list, which will be led by Nimal Siripala de Silva. Pereira has been included on the UPFA national list. Tenuka Vidana Gamage, who has also received a nomination from the UPFA, is currently in remand custody. The UNF nominations list was submitted by group leader Harin Fernando. The JPP nominations list was submitted by group leader Samantha Vidyaratna. 17 accepted political parties and 7 independent groups have submitted nominations for the Kandy district. The UPFA has put forward a group led by Minister S.B. Disanayaka. Faiza Mustafa has been included on the national list. ARM Abdul Kader, who was elected to Parliament from the UNP in 2010, has received a nomination from the UPFA this time around. The United National Front nominations list was submitted by Group Leader Minister Lakshman Kiriyalla. Muslim Congress leader Rauf Hakim will be contesting from the Kandy district on the United National Front list, while Provincial Councillor Asad Salih has been included on the national list.
Subsequent to handing over nominations today, several candidates contesting the upcoming general elections commenced campaigning activities.
The group, including UPFA Kurunegala district Mahinda Rajapaksa, engaged in religious observances at the Bauddha Loka Vihara in Kurunegala after handing over nominations today. Candidates had promised here that following the election victory, they will work with Mahinda Rajapaksa without changing any policies.
I promise you that I will give priority to the country by working towards eradicating corruption, lies and fraud through a peaceful election and create a peaceful atmosphere in the country by giving priority to national security. May the Triple Gem bless you.
Candidates who submitted nominations at the Colombo Kacheri were welcomed by their supporters. UPFA Mathura district candidate Lakshman Yapabe Wardana commenced his campaign activities after religious observances in Mathura. Thereafter, the group, which arrived to the Mathura town on foot, left for Kathuragama in buses. UNP Mathura district candidate Puddika Pathirana engaged in religious observances subsequent to handing over his nomination. Thereafter, he addressed the public at the Uyanwatte sports ground in Mathura. UPFA Anuradhapura district group leader Duminda Disanayaka met with his supporters at his residence after handing in his nomination. UNP candidate Asanka Abegunawardena commenced his election campaign this evening opposite the statue of his late father O.C. Abegunawardena close to the Palegoda Bridge. Subsequent to handing over his nomination, Susil Kindelpitiya, who is contesting under the Tamil United Liberations Front or TULF ticket from the Colombo district, engaged in religious observances at the Davataga Mosque in Colombo today. UPFA Mathura district group leader Dala Salah Peruma has lodged a complaint with the police today, alleging that he has received death threats. Dala Salah Peruma has informed police that he was threatened by a United National Front supporter when he went to submit nominations to the Mathura district secretariat this morning. Journalists questioned Minister Mangala Samaravira over the incident. Thereafter, Dala Salah Peruma, who stepped outside, responded.
What are you doing? Who gave permission for this? Is this politics? Is this the election? With whose power? What is this election campaign which is being held with the use of these thugs? I saw how it started in front of all these people. This is an ally of Mangala Samaravira. He's using foul language here. We have clashed with even bigger thugs before. So, we are ready for this.
Meanwhile, two JVP members of the Puttalam district were attacked by an unidentified group early this morning. The police media unit said that the incident took place at around 1:30 this morning in the Koduwava area in Maravilla. The group were attacked while returning from a party meeting. One of the injured victims who sustained serious injuries has been admitted to the Maravilla base hospital. Meanwhile, police recovered 2 petrol bombs which were left opposite the UNP office in Mayanganaya last evening.
Election monitors said that several incidents of illegal parading after the handing in of nominations were recorded. Executive Director of CAFE said that such parading was seen in Kurunegala, Galle and Kandy.
Police took steps to remove the propaganda on a pickup truck which appeared near the Galle district secretariat while nominations were being handed over. Our correspondent said that the wife of a UPFA candidate arrived in the pickup truck. Meanwhile, police intervention was necessary as several others attempted to begin parading. Police also intervened when Minister Lakshman Kiriyalla and his supporters attempted to travel to Kandy while the nominations were being handed over. Our cameras captured Shantini Kongahage, candidate of the UNP, too leaving after handing in her nominations. Kehelia Rambukwella and his supporters were also stopped by the police when attempting to travel to Kandy by foot.
Addressing a meeting in Burlasgamo yesterday, UPFA Kurunegala district candidate former President Mahinda Rajapaksa explained his decision to contest the forthcoming general election from Kurunegala.
Until my name was proposed to contest from Kurunegala and later confirmed and published in the paper, I did not know that I was contesting from Kurunegala. On the one hand, what Parliament needs is a high number of parliamentarians. To achieve that high number of MPs, we have to come to the areas which are most powerful and where the highest population and number of MPs can be found. Which is why I decided to contest from this historic district, which was once the capital of Sri Lanka and was made a kingdom by 4 kings.
During the meeting, the former president received a phone call that he had to leave the compounds of the meeting.
I apologize, but Gamini Lokoge and I have to attend an emergency, so I humbly request your permission for the two of us to leave.
Speaking at a public meeting of the Democratic Party in Weligama Matara yesterday, party leader Field Marshal Sarath Fonseca expressed the following views.
Even up to date, we get invitations. We get up to 25 to 30 phone calls a day asking us to contest from both the main political parties. Various promises such as ministerial and deputy ministerial positions have been made to us, but we did not come into politics to get things done for ourselves. Since we stick to our policies and render a service to the country, we reject all those invitations. We have decided to reach out to the people by ourselves. We have a message to carry out to the people of the country. And if we are to do that, we have to create a separate platform for ourselves.
Mahinda Rajapaksa අර පවුඩර් කාපු මූණට රැවටුනොත් අර බුරියට අඩිනේවට රැවටුනොත් අර පිටිපස්සට තට්ටු කරනේවට රැවටුනොත්
If you get deceived by the charms and looks of Mahinda Rajapaksa, you will have to live in hell. So what we ask from the people of our country is to use your intelligence and not get fooled by his lies and fake smile.
President Maithripala Sirisena instructed officials today to complete the Polonnaruwa district development project within 5 years. The President issued this instruction during a special meeting that was convened at the Presidential Office this morning with officials of the Polonnaruwa district development project.
The President had instructed that special attention be drawn towards education, health and drinking water during the first 2 years of the project. The project gives special attention towards rural schools. According to the Presidential Media Unit, 7 schools which fall under the purview of the 7 divisional secretariats of the Polonnaruwa district will be selected and given priority in improving the education sector and uplift infrastructure facilities. President Maithripala Sirisena had also issued special instructions to purchase the necessary surgical equipment and scanning machines required for hospitals. This project is being carried out under the direct supervision of the Presidential Secretariat and the Polonnaruwa District Secretariat.
Lalit Attulat Mudali College, Mount Lavinia defeated Mahanama College, Colombo 17-14 today to emerge champions in the Prime Minister's Trophy Schools Rugby Tournament. The final was marred by a clash between 2 groups of spectators following the final whistle. Mahanama College, Colombo were dominant in the first half of the match, worked off at the Royal College Sports Complex in Colombo today and led Lalit Attulat Mudali College 14-3 at Lemons. However, the lads from Mount Lavinia staged a strong comeback in the second half and denied victory to Mahanama College. The result prompted a tense situation among the spectators and eventually led to a brawl.
Well, that's a wrap for Primetime News at 9. I'm Stephanie Lazarus.
And I'm Shane Silva. Take care and good night.